Okay. So I actually found out how to add animations to the walking portion of the game. Because before I had it where it was just this, and this would have it where it would be click a key, it does this, and it goes to the motion, and it just moves a certain amount. Here I also have it linked to a couple other things, including a sprint variation of the walk cycle, as well as a jump forwards and a diagonal motion, which is like down over here, which is also why there's like so many of these like little tethers and stuff like that. Same for left and right, just to be able to get the diagonal stuff in there, because it was also pretty janky when doing that. But as far as the animation stuff goes, I used keyframes like this. I had to kind of like chop them up slightly so it wasn't like as jagged. So like between 2 and 18 here. This works pretty fine as like a loop. Not as janky as starting from like here all the way back over to here. So I have to work on that eventually, but not right now. This is just for testing though. For when I get into working on Madam Frenzy. But this is the sprinting animation that I have here looped. Anyways, let me go into playing the actual thing. But these are also triggered by the same keys, like W and the shift right here. I don't have anything for diagonal movement yet. I just wanted to get like forward movement and see how that works. But this is how it looks. I also have bounding boxes here just for testing. So I have it where it does work nicely there. The cool thing is that there's a loop stop function, or a little checkbox in the animation thing here, that like I can press for continuing, and what that does is it allows me to walk a certain distance with the animation still going like that, and then resume it, which is pretty cool. This is what the sprint looks like. The only problem I will say that I've noticed, there's a couple problems actually. When sprinting, going into the walking, it does not transition back into that animation. So I can do this, and I can go into the sprint, but I can't go back into the walk. So for Madam Frenzy, I'm probably just gonna not use a sprint button for that. Also there's the diagonal movements and jumping. I also gotta work on the camera, because like, yeah, that's janky as hell. Also the bounding boxes, this is really important to take note of, because anytime I walk into an object, it just hits that, and like that's like it's pretty noticeable when trying to open or going through like doors or entryways. It just doesn't walk through. And then like over here, it also doesn't fully go through. And I had noticed it when I was trying to really go through these parts right here, because like I couldn't even get in here because it was just hitting that, and I couldn't even see it before. Like I could kind of get through the window, but that was only on like this side doing that. Couldn't even like do it like just normally, which was like really weird. And then like because of how like spread out it is, so I have to figure out how to fix that as well. The reason why it's like that too is because in the actual thing here, it's in pose mode right now. This is what it looks like in edit mode. So it is slightly off. I shouldn't say slightly, it's very off. But the main reason why is because I wanted to try and separate the body parts, just to make it a little easier for rigging the character model. Probably I'm gonna need to fix how I rig the character model, to be honest. Because I wanted to have like separate pieces, just to make it a bit easier for like the mesh to deform and actually have joints that move properly. But I guess that doesn't really work as well. What I might end up having to do is I might just have to have it all as like one character model, except for maybe the hands. I'll have that like detached but still connected in like a group or whatever. And then what I can do, what I did notice as well, is that these arms are very much so messed up. Anytime I go to like rotate the forearm specifically, like if I do this, as you can see, the elbow or like the rest of the arm does not bend properly, even though this is like up here, this part is there. The reason being is because there's no actual joint in there, so I need to add a third joint to properly rig it. Kind of like how this is up here with the shoulder, which this works kind of fine. It just slightly distorts the actual character model, but that's fine. It's the arm though that I really need to fix. So this I can come back to at another time, but I definitely want to try and work on something similar to this for the Mad Frenzy game. I also took some notes here. No sprint, and also the armature thing. There's also a mist function in here that's pretty cool. Let me show that real quick, because that's in here. Where's that at? That's in the camera. Yeah, there's this mist function in here. So like, it was kind of noticeable with like the view distance and stuff like that. But like if I go 25, it was originally 25 when I first tested it out. Look at how close that is. It's like giving like transit Silent Hill type fog, you know, and it's like I definitely like that, so I'm probably gonna end up using that a lot for like some of the more like atmospheric areas in the Mad Frenzy game. But this was pretty cool testing though for this. Yeah, that's pretty much all I have for this as of right now. But I'm gonna try and transfer a lot of what I learned with this to the other game. Yee.